Morning! Hello, it's Monday the 25th of June 2018. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, boys and girls, where I was watching the BBC News just before I come upstairs, right about 8:30 this morning, and Carol Kirkwood's map is all turning red. Did you see it this morning? It looked like the apocalypse was happening. We're all going to die. Yes, the apocalypse is apocalypse. Starts off like she's got a little map and it's all yellow when they go to the map. She was speaking from somewhere really nice this morning. Some manor house somewhere, you know, a great big old-fashioned house and massive gardens. A little bit like Coworth Park, where I've been to... afternoon tea a few times. Looks lovely. I think she was somewhere in Hertfordshire this morning. Can't remember now. Anyway, so it cut to the picture of the map, and first of all it's all yellow, and then this slightly off yellow colour, and then orange, and then dark orange, and then red. It's so hot, dear. Fortunately, I have my internal air conditioning in this room, so we can carry on, boys and girls. We can carry on while the sun gets bigger and bigger and hotter and hotter, and we must carry on like Mummy's brave little soldiers. So that's good news if you like the hot weather. If you are affected by the hot weather, not so good news. High pollen count, this, that and the other, might cause some of you to sneeze. I'm not affected by pollen, funnily enough. I do have an allergy towards animal fur, unfortunately. And I've just been up to my sister's yesterday. She's up in Lincolnshire caravan hunting. I'll tell you about that during the show. We're only here for about 40 minutes on a Monday, just as a reminder, boys and girls, because at 10 o'clock, of course, I do my music and chat show, which is at reachonair.com, and I will need, at some point, 6 songs from you. Not 6 each, a total of 6 songs. So... if there is a song that you want played on my music and chat show this morning, I know, you've got Spotify, so why would you need the DJ to play him a song? Or some people are so boring. Well, don't have one then. Don't have one then. You sit there in your miserable little world, you know, looking at all the technology. Don't need to interact with anyone now because I've got a little computer screen and I can just tap all the time. Or some people moaning this morning. People are moaning. I'll come to that in a minute. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. So if you'd like a little record played this morning on... I still call them records, I know. There's not a lot of record in the house, but there is. Not many. A song. If you'd like a little song played this morning, think of what you'd like me to play. I can take the first 6 that come down the line, okay? One of which must be a ballad, and one of which must be a well-known classical piece. Well-known. Nothing obscure that you hear on Radio 3, okay? Gotta be more classic FM than Radio 3. Something that you would know. Like I could just shout you a couple of tunes now that you'd know. You know that one, don't you? What about this one? Da 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 da. Classical. Or one more. Da 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 da. All right, you get the idea? That's what I mean by a well-known classical piece. Oh, Joanna's got one already. Cool and the Gang. Excellent choice, Joanna. Joanna. Cool. You haven't asked what song. Can I just choose anyone? Cool and the Gang. Can I choose anyone? You all right with that? Excellent. Thank you, Joanne. I saw that coming in. So we'll ask for some songs in a moment. So that's the good news. The bad news, in this morning's Daily Mirror, boys and girls, in the Super Soraway Daily Mirror, and there on the online version is Gemma Collins taking up the space of both screens on here. If you wonder what... I know if you're not in the UK, you've no idea who Gemma Collins is, have you? No idea at all. She is not a star. She is one of those Z-list celebrities. She's about the size of 4 buses, and she burst into tears all the time on this ghastly programme called The Only Way Is Essex. Okay, she's one of those. Anyway, I mean, if the news is not bad, the best performance ever she did on the television was when she stepped back and there was a hole in the stage and she fell into it. It was one of the most hilarious moments on the telly. Unfortunately, she survived and continues to dominate our TV screens. Ghastly, awful, non-entertainment type woman who is also known for the odd swear word. You know, F this and F that. Awful. Anyway, here's the bad news. In this morning's Daily Mirror, the Gemma Collins announced to fans that dreams do come true. Well, maybe they're your dreams, certainly not ours, dear. After landing, are you ready for this? Her own reality TV show. I mean, what is this going to be? You know, how many, is it like a competition? Is it a competition, Gemma Lovey, to see how many cakes you can eat in one go without being found out? Is it a competition, to see how many Mars bars you can shove into your mouth without your mouth bursting? Is that what the competition is? Is that what it is? Your reality show, Lovey? Gemma made her news know in a tribute to Jersey Shore star Snooki. I mean, who's that? Snooki, as she posted a quote from the reality star when announcing her own show. The post came with a caption: "I'm so humbled and so grateful to finally fulfill my dream I had when I first started out. Today is the day when I can announce I am filming for my own reality show." Amazing! Now, that's amazing. She managed to say a whole sentence there without, number one, either bursting into tears, or number two, swearing her head off. The snap, where is it now? Dreams come true. The snap from Nicola Palizzi, who is also known as Snooki, no idea who that is, read, 10 years from now, I would like to see myself successful as a brand. Like Jessica Simpson, with babies running around and a beautiful husband and my own reality show. Now, unfortunately, young producers are reading this and thinking, oh, let's make a show about her. They think we actually want to watch this crap. Are you aware that there are people a little bit older that don't like your crap on the telly, dear? The Towie favourite has not hid the fact that she would like her own show, saying it would be glitter and feathers everywhere. If she was, well, is there enough room on you? How many feathers would that take? How many birds would have to lay down their lives to be stuck all over your fat body, dear? God's sake, man. Woman. Or whatever you've identified yourself in this politically correct world. Oh, I'm identifying today as a donut. Why don't you identify yourself as a donut, Gemma Lovey? Gemma Donut Collins. Oh, dear. She'd like glitter and feathers everywhere if she was lucky enough to be offered. Oh, yeah, they're not going to have her come down a set of stairs, are they? On a stage somewhere on the telly. Christ, they'll have to be suitably reinforced, wouldn't they? Not the sort of stairs that Morecambe and Wise would come down. These are going to have to be great big heavy things made out of possibly solid pieces of metal. On the other hand, perhaps we could have a set of stairs that are not so strong. I mean, that would be of more entertaining effects, wouldn't it? She previously said, I would love the Gemma Collins show. And oh, look, here we go. There are a few offers around on the table, but we'll just have to wait and see. I would love my own show. I thought hang on a minute, who are we talking about here? This one called Snooki, or I don't know, is this Gemma or Snooki? We must be talking about Snooki here, because Gemma has already said she's got one now, hasn't she? I'd like to show people things like the real life of Gemma Collins. Whoa, I mean, what is that? Is that completely filmed in restaurants, is it? Is it filmed in restaurants? And burger joints? That's your life, isn't it, Gemma? Filmed. I bet you get up in the morning, first thing, because I can just imagine you're too lazy to do your own breakfast. You would be too lazy to do your own breakfast, wouldn't you, lovey? You'd be straight out that door into... First of all, we'll have a McDonald's breakfast. I can just see you sitting there now, love. I can. Opening another little polystyrene box, or what are they, cardboard now? 5 egg McMuffins, and another chicken has been squeezed to an inch of its existence to get another egg out to shove in your fat face. Oh dear. Followed and breakfast would go on until 11:30. There'd be commercial break there, and then at 11:35 we've moved on to lunch, wouldn't we? When Gemma goes out to the I don't think she likes the countryside, but on the rare occasion she does. I've heard that cows run away from the cow in the fear of they're about to be eaten by you. It was revealed earlier this year, Gemma and then fiancé James Argent. Now, he comes across as a bit of a laugh. James Argent. Boring, but a bit of a laugh. Would be making their own reality TV series as a couple with ITV BE bosses. I mean, how many viewers do these programmes get? Do they get many viewers? Them and Lime Pictures were keen to get them to such a deal, but it looks like Gemma will be going solo on the... Well, at least we'll only have to see one of them. Perhaps there wasn't enough space on the stage to have two of them on there at the same time. Huh? Gemma joined Towie in 2011 during the show's second series and has since been a prominent presence on the show. Well, you can hardly miss her, can you, love? You can hardly miss her, be honest. You know, the camera shoots round and then that's it. She fills the entire screen. I mean, I've got a 65-inch downstairs, dear. And she fills that all right. I need a bigger telly to fit more people on the stage. Can you just imagine Gemma Collins hosting the Generation Game? There wouldn't be room for contestants. She'd have to do all the games, and they would likely be games which involved eating food, I reckon. Do you? I never forget, and I think I was around my mate's house because his other half, Andy, you know, he's a millennial, 30 years. He's a millennial, 30 years old. Or is he a bit old to be a millennial? I don't know, whatever. Andy, he loves all these reality shows. Housewives of this, that and the other, you know, with all their faces injected with various different things, lips out here and fatness here. He loves, you know, Bake Off. He loves baking things and Come Eat Food With Me, that thing on Channel 4. He loves all that stuff. I was around there one day and it was Gemma. She was around a pool somewhere and I think a bloke had turned her down or something like that. And she said, well, you don't know what you're missing. She had this bikini on. Oh, God. I'm sorry, girls. You know, you either wear a bikini because it fits you or you don't. Now, lads, it's the same with the lads. You either wear a pair of Speedos, like Tom Daly, who can model a pair of Speedos with those small, round, tight buttocks. Sorry, I'm noticing far too much here. You know, but Tom Daly can wear swimming Speedos. I can't, so I don't. So there's Gemma Collins with this tiny, tiny bikini. And she says to this bloke, well, you don't know what you're missing, honey. And then turns round and walks off. And all you see is this great, big, fat arse in the tiniest bikini swaying from side to side. And I think I was physically sick at that point. I was physically sick. Fortunately, there was something far more interesting on one of the other satellite channels that my mate's got. Because my mate Ronnie, he's got all the channels. Or except the sport. We don't really do sport, you know. Don't do sport. I've got a sports story in a moment. He's got all the channels there. You know, hundreds of pounds a month to watch the telly. And I switched it over and I watched some teletext for a while, which I found far more interesting. And I actually filled up less space on the screen than Gemma Collins' fat arse. So that's the bad news this morning, boys and girls, I'm afraid. Gemma Collins looks like she's going to get her own show on the television. Oh, God, awful, awful. Okay, let's say hello to some of you this morning. Good morning, gang. Who's first in this morning? Let me have a look. Oh, my God, there's loads of you, isn't there? Morning to Gustav. You got the first message in this morning. Morning, Gustav. Good morning. Does it mean I get the celebrity talk show key ring for being first? There isn't a key ring yet, Gustav. I'm afraid there's no key ring yet. Things I've got lots to do at the moment. I'm dealing with many, many things. I am juggling. I am juggling with my hands. Up, 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 up. I'm juggling and catching many things with my hands at the moment. So no key rings yet. That'll be a while before. Maybe here for Christmas if you're lucky. Okay, good morning, Jason Carter. Hello, Jason. Mary Warnes there. Good morning, Mary. Enjoying your book. I'm halfway through it. I found my section. Mary, non-Irish Mary from Ireland, who's having a bit. Are you having more radiotherapy today? Radiotherapy. I think some of the therapy that should be played in hospitals, is watching my show. I think it would make very, very happy to watch my show in hospitals. Yes, definitely. It's a good idea, isn't it? Or maybe, perhaps, possibly, if people are in a coma in a hospital, don't put my shows on there. Because people are known to fall asleep while I'm chatting away, so be warned of that one. Morning to Hayley. Good morning, Hayley. Hope you're well. Andrew Charles. Oh, Andrew is complaining because I'm on while he's still live on air. Is that right, Andrew? Andrew, good morning. Bloominette, Chris, you're early today. I'm still live on air. Yeah, Andrew, I usually do 9 o'clock on a Monday because I do my music and chat show at 10, you see. That's the reason for that. Hello to Joseph Schoenbarger. Morning, Joseph. Billy Max there. Hello to the lovely, delightful Merlin. Good morning, Merlin. You lovely man. Billy Mac is coming to Central Station if the young barman's on. Billy, he's a quarter of your age. Billy's got his eyes on one of the barmen at Central Station who's 18. Billy's about 45. Honestly, Billy, find someone your own age, dear. Not me. No, not me, dear. Morning, Billy. Let's have a look. Andy Baker, good morning. Engelbert Humperdinck, the second time. Is that what it's called, the second time? I'm taking your requests as well. Who's that for? Joanna, hang on. Who wanted Kool and the Gang? Was that Joanna? I think, yes, Joanna wanted Kool and the Gang. Paul wants Led Zeppelin. Okay. Paul, yeah. Paul Mosley. Led Zeppelin. I'm not going to have time to tell you everything I want to tell you today. I know I'm not. I'm going to run out of time today. Never mind. Engelbert Humperdinck. That's free. I'm doing them in order, okay? Engelbert for Andy Baker. Baker. Was it the second time? The second time. I assume that's the name of the song, Andy, is it? Right, are we back on here now? Let's have a look. Yes, we're back on the other screen now. The Prodigy, Slap Your Bitch Up. Now, I ain't playing that. Come on, Gustav. We are not playing that, dear. That's an horrible song about beating up women. I don't like that one, dear. No, you play that on your own little headphones that you bring in when I'm doing my karaoke. Don't think I haven't noticed, Gustav. Gustav brings his own MP3 player in, or might be connected to his phone, and he listens to his own music when I start doing the karaoke. I think he wears it when the depressing songs come on, when people start singing. Let's see how many depressing songs people are going to sing tonight. Good morning to Danny Gibbs. Morning, Danny, who's on the sofa. I can't believe you just said, Pancake, come and listen to Chris. Am I going mad? Oh, I've got a picture. Pancake the cat is settling in nicely at Danny Gibbs's house. Would you like to see a picture? He's taken over the bed. Look at this. Pancake the cat. Danny went up to bed the other day. Danny has recently adopted this beautiful creature. Look at him. And he has taken over the bed. And look at those eyes. Those are the eyes that said, this is now my bed. You're not getting in it. Oh, we love Pancake the cat, Danny. We love Pancake the cat. Don't worry about the cat being on the bed. You just don't try and move him. What you got to do, just pull back the covers and get in, and he will adjust himself. Usually sleeping. My cat used to sleep in between my arm here, right up at my face. He might go disappear in between your legs. They like things around them so that they're kept nice and warm. Good morning, Adam the plumber. Morning, Hovis. The Hovis. Do you want the Hovis one? Patch Bell. Patch Bell. Danny says. Okay, I'll have a look. I'm not sure I know that one. Patch Bell. Hopefully I'll have a little listen to it. Patch a Bell. Anyone know the song that Danny's talking about there, the classical piece? I'm not sure. Lots of people saying they can't bear Gemma Collins. Thank you, Merlin. There's our ballad. Need You Now. That's like a new ballad now, isn't it? Need You Now by Lady Antebellum. Is that how you say it? Antebellum? It's a funny name, isn't it? Ants Galloway. Good morning, Ants Galloway. We had the most fantastic cabaret show on Saturday night. Young drag queen called Vicky Vivacious. She's really hilarious. Really hilarious. And it was her birthday on Sunday as well. So we sang her. What? So we sang her happy birthday. That was nice, wasn't it? After that, of course, I went up to Lincolnshire. I'll come to that in a minute. Christina, morning from sunny Portsmouth. Good morning, Christina. Mary Warren. Non-Irish Mary says, is Gemma Collins ever going to find reality? Probably not. Only the reality that she's about 200 stone in weight, dear. I mean, I'd love to take her to Slimming World. If she could lose, shall we say, let's not go too mad, 95% of her body weight, she might be like the rest of us doing the show this morning. Hey, hello, Shirley Deal. Hello, my darling. Joseph, Pashbel Cannon. Is that it? Okay. Pashbel Cannon. Okay. Two of you asking for that then. Joseph, Shown, Barger. Okay. Two of you asking for that. I'll look that up. Now, I'm going to disappear at 22. I'm finding I'm not giving myself enough time to between the two shows, okay? So we must finish at 22 today, then I can get that sorted. Don't forget my music and chat show today in about 40 minutes' time. Reachonair.com is where you'll find me there. Reachonair.com at 10 o'clock this morning. Somewhere, a chicken farmer having a prayer vigil for the feathers. Yeah! So that Gemma Collins can stick them all over her body. How many chickens do you reckon would have to die for Gemma Collins to stick their feathers all over her body? It's frightening. I'm going to do an experiment with you now, boys and girls, all right? An experiment now. Those of you that know her, close your eyes. Go on, just do it. Just do it. Please do this. Close your eyes. I'm not going to shout or frighten you. Well, it might frighten you. Close your eyes, right? Have you done it? Have you done it? Now, you've got one feather, okay? Keep your eyes closed. One feather. Gemma Collins is standing next to you naked. Right in front of you, sorry. Gemma Collins is standing in front of you naked. Where are you going to put the feather? You only got one. What are you going to cover up with that little feather? It's a little chicken feather. It's only a small. Can you imagine Gemma Collins and a lad? You know. Oh, bleh, bleh, bleh. She'll never have a baby, will she? There's no room for one. There's no room for a baby in her tummy. Dear me. Good morning, Colin. Morning, Colin. Hello, lovely Diane. John Aiken, Gemma Collins said she has made a sex tape. Who would want to see that? Not me, love. Dino, what's this for names? What's this for names? What's this for names? Try that again, Dino. Don't know what you mean. What's this for names? What's this? Nope, try that again, Dino. Can you re-send that message as something else? I don't get that. You're more than a number in my little red book. Oh, Diane, thank you. Diane, love it. You're more than a number. You're more than a number in my little red book. More than a number. Thank you. We got enough requests now, my darling. Pocker Bell. Oh, is it Pocker Bell? Write that down. See? Don't even have to choose my own music. You do it all for me on here, don't you? Which I appreciate very much. Danny says he's covering up his eyes with that single feather. Well, I've only got one eye, Danny. Is one of them a glass eye, darling? Is it a glass eye? Good morning, Cordin. Gemma and Arj. It's frightening, isn't it? Over on the other platforms then, let's go over onto YouTube. Good morning to Claire. Morning, Claire. Hope you had a nice time. How did the Caravan viewing go? I had a fantastic week in Whitstable at Park Holidays Seaview. Come to that in a moment, Claire, okay? She says the entertainment staff were great. Karaoke every night once they realised we wanted it. Oh, excellent. Claire's just been away on is it a haven? Was it a haven? I don't know where you've been. Whitstable, but she's been on one of those holidays. Wonderful, like a camp, like an old camp holiday type thing, you know. Not in tents, incidentally. I don't think she's been in a tent anyway. I don't think I could sleep in a tent again. I did it when I was a scout camps, and very uncomfortable laying on that floor, even with a piece of foam. We used to bring back this rolled up piece of foam, which was about that thick. It didn't do anything at all, really, to be honest. You'd be asleep on the floor. I mean, it was all right then. Now, once you've started buying yourself things like John Lewis mattress toppers and that sort of thing, you know, you don't really you don't really want to sleep on a phone anymore. Paul, there's no key ring yet. Why are people going on about key rings? Thank you. Claire, can I hold that one for next week? Can you ask me that one for next week? Because I've got a classical one now, Claire. All right, darling. Led Zeppelin. I'll have a look for Led Zeppelin. Yeah, we've done that. Apparently, Paul says Paul said it at all. There's a sex tape going around of Gemma Collins, more like a horror film. She could be Jason in Friday the 13th. Do you remember that? I love that, Friday the 13th. The very, very first one. I think it was about 16 or 18 and I sneaked into the cinema, the ABC in Putney, and watched that with my friend Philip. And I was screaming. It scared the living daylights out of me. These bodies literally flying through kitchen windows when there were people making tea in the kitchen. The best one, this is a bit early to say this actually. I'll just say it anyway. The best one, there was a young couple who were right, and they finished. Okay, and she's got up to go to the toilet, and the bloke's laying like this, young lad, laying like this on this is Friday the 30th, laying like this on the bed, you know, looking happy with himself, and he lays back like that, and suddenly this hand comes on his head, right, and this bit of metal comes shooting through his neck where he is murdered. You keep hearing that noise. And it's all very, very scary. Okay, no, she's just been in a caravan. Thank you, Claire. Not a haven holiday. Good morning, Mike. Welcome along to the show, Mike. It's going to be a hot one in London, but as I'm Glaswegian... Are you in... Where are you, Mike? Are you in Glasgow? Surely there's rain there. Isn't there rain always in Glasgow? I think there was a couple of minutes last year where you didn't have any. Eh? Oh, it's feeling hot, hot, hot. Yes, it is. So, caravans. Here we go, boys and girls. I've been on a little caravan hunting, my second caravan hunting expedition this weekend to Lincolnshire. So, Saturday night, I finished my job at Central Station. We had, and as I said earlier on, we had wonderful cabaret this week with Vicky Vivacious, who's such a nice person, very professional, wonderful, funny, who certainly knows how to sing. I'd gladly invite him down to my karaoke night. I bet he wouldn't sit there and do boring ballads all night. Mary, actually, non-Irish Mary from Ireland, she does the best songs. She does, as mentioned in her book. As mentioned in her book, she done These Boots Are Made for Walking, at which point I lay down on the floor. Again, as mentioned in her book. Chris Reardon mentioned it. That's the second time I've been mentioned in someone's book. Thank you very much. But if you don't mind me saying, I think, Mary, I have a whole paragraph in your book and just a couple of lines in someone else's book. Yes. Famous, dear. Famous. And she does, what's that one? The Tequila. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, which gets everyone going. No ballads. No ballads. Anyway, so from there, I left there round about 5 to 12. Got to my sister's about 2:45, a little bit later than I did last week. Last week I got there at 2:30. So 10 minutes. Oh, hang on a minute. There's another message to read out here. I beg your pardon on the text message. Good morning, Maureen. Hello, Maureen. I hope you're well. All right. Welcome to the show this morning. Aaron is there as well. Good morning, Aaron. Enjoying the show. Have a good day. Thank you, Aaron. All right. Don't forget you can text the show as well, boys and girls. The text number is up there. The texts don't get read any more often or any less often than the other methods, okay? So it doesn't matter which. Just use one method and it'll come to me and eventually I'll read it out, hopefully. All right. So I got there about 2:45. Because I hadn't got there at 22, 10 minutes passed and then the phone rang. My sister, where are you? She was worried. Concerned and worried, boys and girls. I said, well, I'm only about 5 minutes just down the road now. She said, I put the kettle on. So I got there, cup of tea, massive bag of crisps. Because she knows I don't have crisps, cakes, biscuits. There are none of those in my house. If I have them, they will get eaten. No self-control with those sort of things. So there's a massive bag of crisps there. So I had that, a couple of bits of toast, went to bed. The trouble is, where the spare room is, I can't really stay at my sister's more than one night. As you know, terrible allergy towards animal fur. and the breathing starts, doesn't it? And it got really tight, and I thought, oh no, here we go again. Anyway, managed to get to sleep, woke up again in the morning, it was bad. But if I come out, because it was a beautiful day yesterday, wasn't it lovely? Certainly in Lincolnshire, so I come out the house. She's got a very big house up there. Left out the back door and sat in the garden. And within 10 minutes, my breathing's not so bad after that, you see. So that's all right. And then we went to see the Caravans. There were 2 books yesterday. Almost, my niece's children came round. George and Emily and baby James. All in the house. And we sat there for a while. Oh, they were funny. They were funny. So they came in. They were on their way to do strawberry picking. My niece does something with them all the time. She's fantastic, mother, my niece. She's fantastic. She's 30 years old. I don't see her as 30. I still see her as my little niece. And she says I was really horrible to her when she was a little girl. I said, well, apparently I kept pinching her ears. And one day, I know I wouldn't have done this on purpose. She was round here, actually. We were going over to the swings, and I threw a stick which hit her in the legs like a whip. How can you remember something like that? Huh? Bit late to take me for child cruelty, isn't it? Apparently I threw a stick or something. I don't remember. Anyway, so I still see her as one of the nieces and nephews. But of course, she's got her own children now. So there's George, who's 5. Emily, who's 4, and baby James, who's just over 1 now. So they're all going strawberry picking, but they were out in the car, and they come out the car, they come in and had some orange juice or something, and a bag of crisps. Now, they know where the crisps are. I don't, right? So, Nanny, can we have a bag of crisps? Nanny says, yeah, of course you can have a bag of crisps. So off they go to the other room. So I followed them. And I saw the great big blooming bag of crisps. You know, the Aldi ones, Snack Right, which are quite nice, actually. Very tasty, actually. Snack Right crisps. So I've got bags. I said, oh, give me one, George. So I've got one out there. And then I said, George, give us another one. And he gave me another bag. So I put that one in my pocket, you see. See, I told you, can't control myself where it comes to crisps. Cannot. That chocolate cake, can't have it anything else, right? So I've eaten these crisps, and then I've got the pocket out the other one, and then eaten another bag. And that's it. George is now sitting on my left. Emily is sitting on my right on the settee in this spare room. And we got the telly on. What was on? Some sort of it was like a Lego cartoon type thing, which I found amazing. I thought it was really good. I was really enjoying it. I think I was watching it more than they were. You know, Emily's cuddled into me. She's eating her crisps. I've got the other bag out and I'm eating it. It's not bothering them, the fact that I've had 2 bags of crisps. And then my sister's come in. She said, you lot all right? I said, yeah. I said, I think I might get another bag of crisps. She said, no, you can't have another bag of crisps. I said, why not? She said, you've had 1 bag. And then mouthing quietly, thinking that the children wouldn't notice. But you know they notice everything. Children notice everything. So she said to me, you can't have another bag of crisps. You're teaching them to have one after the other, and that's not bad, not good. Oh, okay, sis, okay. Right, so my sister left the room. These 2 are looking at the telly. And the moment she left the room and closed the door, Emily said to me, do you want us to sneak you another bag of crisps? I said, is that all right, George? And George just nodded and carried on watching the telly. So Emily went and sneaked me another bag of crisps. I love it. That's it. They're on my side. That's it. They're on my side. So that was that. They went. John says his oldest niece is 43. God, I was only 7 when she was born. Wow. My oldest niece, well, she's 30. And my oldest nephew is 33 and another nephew 21, you see. Adam wants to know if I use the text number on the live on-air radio show. No, I don't. I suppose I could do that, really, couldn't I? I'll try that today. Okay? Newcastle and Gateshead is hot, says Cordy. I'm sure it certainly is. Mike is back in London. Okay, fair dues. Good morning. We've done those. Right, so that's it. They went off to do their strawberry picking, and we went off to look at a couple of caravans. So caravan number 1 was quite large. It was the more expensive out of the 2. I don't really want to tell you prices of things. Okay? But these are, in relation to a brand new Caravan, nothing. All right? They're not quite... They're more than £4,000. More than 4,000, less than 10. Okay? So somewhere in between there. By the way, I might have to suddenly rush downstairs because I'm waiting for a delivery, a radio mic. I'm waiting for a new radio mic this morning. Good morning to Rob, who says, a relative of mine remembers me beating him at Scalextrics 40 years ago. Remembers it in detail at all. The mind boggles. Oh, I remember loads of things, Rob. I remember loads of little, even just like one-liners from years ago that occasionally pop into my head. It's funny, isn't it? So, went to look at the first one. This was the more expensive out of the two. Got to the site. It's a very, very small site and quite compact, if you see what I mean. Backs right onto the river. So I've got to the caravan. When I met the person who was running the bar, collected the keys from him, had a look in the caravan. Really nice. Nicely kept. 3 bedrooms in there. Quite large. He had central heating in there. Backs onto the river, and I was quite taken with this. Now, for some reason, my sister doesn't like that site. She says it's got a bad feeling. I can't feel this. So when I look round, all very clean, nice little load of plants out the front and all that. Lovely caravan it was. Come out, and I walked around and I found someone to talk to, you know, someone who lives there. Hello, my love, elderly lady. How long? She's probably about 60, 65, I guess. How long have you lived here? 14 years. 14, well, she's stuck on there 14 years. And talking about the person who owns a caravan. Yes, I know him. He's a really nice man. But then it came to the owner of the site. She said, well, the site owner, we don't really have much to do with him, but a lot of people keep leaving. I said, what do you mean people? So, what caravan owners? No, staff members. He talks to them like dirt. Like if they say something to him, he just tells them to F off. And I thought, oh. There's a swimming pool there, which they'd had put in. It's not that big. It's a smallish swimming pool. And it's never hot, apparently. It's always cold there. So I went in there and put my toe in there and put my finger in there, and it was actually really... There were 2 youngsters in there, about 8 years old, and they were free. I said, you too cold in there? They said, yes. And the dad is sitting there in the corner as well. And he said the site was okay. But I found out a little bit more about the owner of the site. Now, this woman's been there 14 years. I say, how much does the rent go up each year for the ground rent? She said, about 50 quid a year. Okay. Ever had any problems? She said, no, not really. Not really I've had any problems. People moan here and moan there sometimes, but not really. She said, I've been quite happy here for so many years. And I told her the price of the caravan. She said, that's a really, really good price. She said, I'd take it. Just take it. Okay, so I thought about it. But I was a little bit concerned about the general thoughts about the site owner. Now, he may be perfectly all right, but he would be of an age, I would imagine. And it's when the sons or daughters take over, that's when you can run into problems. Because they get a bit greedy. The younger people get a bit greedy, and they put all the money up. You see? That's the problem. That's what was concerning me. So I left there. Then I went to the second one, which wasn't too far from the first one. Okay, went in there. It's out of all the caravans I've ever been in, it's probably the smallest one. And probably also the oldest one. This one has got a flat roof, okay, rather than a pointed roof like that. But it was cheap. I mean, it's cheap, okay? And the lady who owned it, she was there as well, and she's very much like me and my sister, on the same sort of attitude towards things, this, that, and the other. If you sit on it's got a little bit of a wooden veranda, which needs the wood's a bit dry, you know, it needs that stuff put on it to make it a little bit moist again. You could see it might sort of have a bit of problem. So it needs to have that stuff put on it. Like, is it an oil stuff? You know, you paint it on and it becomes all right again. If you sit on the corner of it, you look out onto open fields. There is a very small garden at the back. It seems to be in the sunlight all the time, this place. And as I say, she just decorated it. It is small. There's only 2 bedrooms in that, and the master bedroom is not massive, but it's enough. You'd be all right for 2 people in there. The site is dead quiet all I could hear were birds singing. That's literally all. And there was a lot of birds singing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Something we don't get that so much round here. We get birds singing, but not to the extent of what you could hear them round there. And even though it was old, I thought, well, if I spend this amount on this and something goes wrong, it won't be too much of a problem. Do you know what I mean? I would only have lost so much. I think about things like this all the time. So I came back to our house. I had dinner at my sister. It was really quite nice. It was quaint. I think the word would be quaint. Be all right. Needs a bit of a clean around the outside. Bit of a jet wash, perhaps, around the outside. Does need that because there's a little bit of green on there. She has electric heating in there, which she says, well, she comes up every weekend, and her bill last time was about 20 quid or something. You can't use the site February, March. Okay, they have to close for those 2 months. I believe that's something to do with council tax. If you don't use it for 2 months of the year, then you don't have to pay council tax. That's, I think, how it works. The ground rent, I don't mind you telling me that the ground rent is £1,250 a year, which isn't bad at all. £1,200 a year. Which again goes up about 50 quid a year. And that's it. So I've made her an offer, which she's accepted. And hopefully I'm going to speak to her later on today and we'll sort all that out. So that's where I am with the caravan. And I've got it at such a low price, right, that the money I had set aside for this, I've only used half of. Put it that way. Okay, so I've now got some to play with. It looks perfectly all right to me. It really does. As I say, it's probably the older of the other ones. Right? But I think I'm going to take a little risk on that one and see how that goes. Good morning to Heidi this morning. Sending in a text message there. Good morning, Heidi. So that's where we are. Drove back home yesterday. It was okay. It's about a 3-hour drive there and a 3-hour drive back again, which is fine at that time of night, 7, 8 o'clock at night. No traffic really anywhere. Nice drive home. So there we are. The only thing is, I think I've left my toothbrush at my sister's. So I couldn't brush my teeth last night or this morning. Horrendous. Horrendous. Oh, my mouth feels awful. I'm going to have to go out and buy one. I can't not have a toothbrush. Awful. So as soon as I finish the show today, the music and chat show, I'll probably go up to the supermarket and buy a toothbrush. And I might have to meet that lady. Funnily enough, the lady who owns the caravan is in Wokingham, which is next to us here in Bracknell. Isn't that weird? Weird how things happen like that. All right? Mari says, the damn computer, listening to you talking about viewing a caravan and the thing froze. Oh, you'll have to watch it again then, Mari. It's going to finish in a minute. Wait, just give it a few seconds and you watch it again. All right, darling. Creosol. No, not Creosol, Andy. Creosol, you're not allowed to use that anymore. I believe it's supposed to have caused cancer or something like that. Not sure about that. All right, that's Creosol. And there we are. That was my caravan choosing yesterday. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if all goes well, perhaps this time tomorrow, I might have a set of keys in my hand. How exciting is that? And I'll do a little video of it. I think you'll like it. As I say, it's an older one. Okay, but for the money, yeah, I'll take the risk on that. Gustav, you don't need a toothbrush. Just take them out and put them in a dishwasher. How rude are you? Where's the van, Chris? Hayley, it's not Orchard Park. It's the one next to it. Not Willow Holt. I think Willow's somewhere in the title, though. It's next to the Witham. Next to the Witham, Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill, possibly Chapel Hill Caravan Park or something like that. Have a look at it. Chapel Hill. All right, have a look at it. Okie doke, let's do today's birthdays. We must rush now, gang. I knew I'd go over time again. Let's rush. Happy birthday today, Sam Desmond. My God, is it a whole year since I wished you a happy birthday? In his 30s now. So old, Sam. So old. Looking almost as good as I did at 30. All right. He's doing a lot of DJing there. Very busy person. Sam Desmond, happy birthday. 31 years old today. Rahul Singh is 19 today. Peter Murray. Good morning, Peter. Happy birthday to you. Trevor Ofori Atta, 52. Where have you been, Trevor? Haven't seen you at the karaoke lately. Hope you're well. Kieran O'Brien, lovely, delightful Kieran. Happy birthday to you, darling. Susanne Brown is 36 years old today. Happy birthday, Susanne. Sharon Olaf, happy birthday to you. And Trevor Dunbar as well. They're today's birthdays. And we'll do yesterday's birthdays as well. Because we weren't here yesterday. Where are we? Yesterday. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Yesterday's birthday, Sunday, June the 24th, for Philip Holden. Good morning, Philip. Clive Fuller, 54 yesterday. Elliott James Begley was 24 yesterday. Aaron Johns, there he is. Vicky Vivacious. I love working with you, darling. 32 years old yesterday on Sunday. Thomas, did you go to that other place afterwards, lovey? Chariots, did you go? I thought you were going to go there. Thomas Fernandez, how many, by the way? Thomas Fernandez, 23 years old yesterday. And Nicola Clancy, 49 yesterday. Paul Fitzgerald for yesterday. And James Palmer for yesterday. They're all today's and yesterday's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthday, boys and girls. I do hope you'll be able to join me in 15 minutes' time for my music and chat show. You can find that by going to reachonair.com and click the Listen Live button up there. There's someone on before me. I don't know who's on before me, actually. I think it's just music before me. So I start, it's actually around about 2 minutes past 10, okay? So join me for my music and chat show, 2 minutes past 10, reachonair.com in just 15 minutes' time. Have a nice day, boys and girls. Tonight it's karaoke at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. We start at 8 o'clock. I'm trying to get it moved to 7:30, actually. But tonight we'll be starting at 8 o'clock and finishing at 11:30. Cheap drinks as well. Central Station Bar for the karaoke tonight from 8. Have a nice day, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.